Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. So tonight I'm going to try to learn to draw. I have no idea how this is going to go, but we're going to try. So we're going to
Hey guys, and welcome to the...
Oh, no. We're going to try it off a YouTube channel. And I have a membership with Udemy, but I want to kind of compare. So I've already heard the first two classes, which are incredibly dry and slightly boring. So I am going to try to see about a YouTube channel. So let's see.
Hey folks, it's Brandon Schaefer. Welcome to the drawing series videos. This is the first one, kind of an introduction and some materials, but we're going to get into some drawing here shortly.
Okay,
So
we're going
what
to
I
skip
have
over
here
all
is
this
a
because
really
we have
fine
the app,
point
so I don't
eraser
need
that you might
any of the
So
drawing
these are
things
good
that he
for
says.
really fine different lines. So if you're sketching a circle out,
Okay.
try to find the shape. Within all these different lines, you want to find the shape. Now that's a very messy circle, but you get the idea, is that you don't want to commit. See, this is more of something you want to do, and then you go back and kind of darken, the
Okay. The hobbyist challenge. Okay, so we're gonna try the
The
hobbyist.
skill of drawing.
She's
How
gonna
much
try
of
and
it
teach
is
us to
natural
draw in
talent
30
versus
days.
how much of it can be actually learned. On this channel, I try to learn a new skill as quickly as possible. And on this month, for 30 days, I'm going to try to get better at drawing. As for drawing experience,
But that's it. That's
She's not teaching us to draw. She's also learning to draw. Brad's Art School. Let's go to Brad's Art
Grammarly
School.
helps make your writing clear
Sorry,
and
there
concise,
was,
no matter where you are.
There was a channel
Compose a
pulled
cover
open,
letter
but
that
it didn't.
Welcome students, this is the Learning How to class. We're going to cover a different topic that will give you a good starting place for learning how to just three: boxes, circles, and triangles.
Boxes,
Just look
circles,
around
triangles.
this room. Circle, box, triangle, circle, box, triangle. Some items are made up of multiple shapes. And this is what I mean by looking around at the world like you're an artist. You should start breaking down things that you see every day around you into these shapes. If you draw with your wrist, you're far more likely to get a curved line. But starting on one side of the page and moving your whole arm is going to give you a much straighter line. Sometimes practicing your stroke before you actually place the pencil tip down on the paper can help you make these lines even better. Yes, you with the question.
What about those shapes?
These lines are going to make up our shapes. Any kind of square that you want to draw is just a bunch of points that we're connecting with lines. In fact, that's assignment 2. Feel free to pause the video here if you want to finish assignment 1 first. For this assignment, you're going to need 3 pieces of paper. Paper 1, I want you to fill this with squares. Treat every line like it's important. Start putting down your dots and practicing each line individually. Make it as straight as you can. Try to start on a dot and stop on a dot. Try not to overshoot too much. This is going to take some practice, not to overshoot or undershoot, but this is the kind of practice that helps you develop control. Piece of paper number 2 is for triangles. We're going to be doing the dot thing again, except this time we're only going to be using 3 dots to draw those careful lines.
Okay,
If you don't
so
feel comfortable
I'm-
drawing a
I'm-
line, like it's just at a
I'm good
weird
on
angle,
squares
cube,
and
cube,
triangles.
circle,
That's a
triangle,
lot of
cube,
shapes.
cube, circle, triangle.
that's
Cube. If we want to draw a very simple cube, we can draw a square and then draw a line. So if we're looking at this circle straight on, these are just going to be straight lines on our circle. But if we tilt the circle a little bit, these lines are going to become more rounded. Now when you draw your circles, what I want you to do is to draw the full ellipse, even the part that you're not going to see behind the circle, just like this. And then for that center line, I want to do that again. If you want to make it look pretty, you can always erase the back half of those lines. But the wider you make that ellipse, the more of the side or the front of that circle you're going to see. Now the cone is pretty
So right
easy.
there's
It's
the
a
front.
triangle,
That's
but
really
instead of a
cool.
flat line along the bottom, we're going to add an ellipse here. The taller we make that ellipse, the more it's going to look like you're looking down at your cube. And you're going to want to adjust the top of that cone to
that's
accommodate
really
for the size of
cool.
the ellipse that
So
you've
then
put under it. Now
you
the
can make it
cylinder is
shorter.
similar. It's a box with an ellipse at the top and an ellipse at the bottom. The bigger you make your ellipse, the more of the top or the bottom of that cylinder you're going to see. And these are the 4 shapes that make up the core of everything that
is
you're going to
really
be drawing.
cool.
There's the bell.
I've got some homework for y'all. I want you to practice these cubes, spheres, cones, and cylinders. I want you to take your pencil and paper.
All right. Oh, lesson 2. He's only got a couple lessons. That's really cool. Food! Food has arrived. Oh my goodness. Brad's art school.
Welcome, students. In today's class, we are going
You said we could draw anything with those shapes, but you couldn't draw the half-eaten
very flat cube. So let's shrink that cube down to be flatter. The bites that are taken out of it are like cylinders. We, of course, don't see those cylinders, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut out those round shapes from our main cube and still see that 3-dimensionality. And then we can add some of the details, like the frosting on top and some of the delicious oozing strawberry syrup on the inside.
How about that bookshelf?
This is easy because mostly it's just cubes, but it's a lot of them. The shelf itself is a
drew
cube,
something with
but
2
it's a
bites out of
hollow
it.
cube. So what we're going to draw is we're going to draw those lines inside of it. That way it shows that it has some weight and some depth to it. Now this also has a shelf in the middle. What is that shelf? It's just another flat cube that slides right into the middle. And the books, those are pretty much just
then he
cubes.
drew a
I mean, we cut a
bookshelf.
little bit out of them to show that they have pages. Each one of these books is a different height and a different width, and that gives them some variation while they're sitting on the shelf. But what about my ice cream bar? All right, well, that is a cube, but it's not a perfect cube. Obviously, that's rounded on top. So what do we use for the rounded part? We use a cylinder.
talking
In
about
fact,
the
we can,
cylinders and
like
stuff.
artists. I want you
Also, when you're starting out, it's good to stick to man-made objects. Animals and nature
drawing our boxes and our cylinders on an angle. If you're new, I understand this is tricky, but this is a
Let's do something crazy and like learn how to draw a face. Basic proportion. Okay. So they're focusing on pencils here first. Okay. I'm gonna mute this because I don't have permission for that music. Okay. So we're gonna erase this. I don't know how to draw faces, and so now that we've covered cubes and everything is just that. I really like that ellipse thing though. I didn't know that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So 1/4. These are all fourths of the face, is what they're saying. So they're taking the circle and making it split into fourths. Oh, interesting. So the bottom fourth, you take that and then you do the same distance, and right here is another circle. Oh, half and half. Sorry, guys, this is my dinner, so. What? You guys. This is really cool. I'm gonna make this just a smidgen bit wider, just because I need more space for my jaw. There we go. So I think the person is like trying to get to the center point of this line. Hello, there we go. This is really interesting. I've never been able to draw a face. I'm really, really bad at faces. Not that I draw, because I don't. This is also really hard because right now I just have, I don't know if you can see, this like cap on my stylus to protect it. And so it's not as accurate. But we're gonna try this out. What? This is so cool. And then from eyes to lips is ears. This looks really bad. Theirs looks a lot better than mine. This is really neat. I really like this. Okay, that's super horrible and slightly creepy, but I'm getting the idea of what they want to go for. That's really cool. Okay. Now, they're using paper, so she's like smudging it a lot, so I'm not really sure how to smudge in here. Can I smudge? Nope. Okay. Yeah, she's doing a lot of smudging. I'm just learning. That's really cool. I didn't realize that I could draw eyes. That's really, really neat. This is interesting how spaced out these are. I was watching another streamer the other day who was drawing something, and so I thought, man, I wish I could learn to draw like that. And then I realized that I still have the program that I signed up for a few years ago that was still active. So I thought, well, why not learn to do that? I definitely want to learn to do some things. So I decided that I for sure wanted to. Oh. Okay, I see what I did. There we go. This is super neat. I would have... Some of these things, like, you just don't think of as being, like, techniques, like scribbling inside the eye, you know, to make that, like, pulled in factor. You know? All right. That is like super cool. I have a really neat eye that I just drew. It's the first one I've ever drawn. That's really exciting. Her brow definitely needs some work. Maybe a beautician or something. But yeah, that's not bad. So yeah. Alright guys, well tonight was really chill and relaxed. Just learning how to draw something new. And sorry the program didn't work. Last couple nights I've had some serious technical difficulties. So I will make sure that's up and working. But for right now, I drew an eye. I'm really excited. So thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next time, for sure. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good night. Bye.